Tom, good afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. They can't see you, so you have to talk. So, anyways,
Yeah.
I thought today we would, since you're done with your schoolwork, we would do and you wanted to mess around with Card Ladder, we would do a quick review of 2020 cards that performed the best this year.
Okay.
All right, and so there's a caveat with this, and that means there's a condition with this. These are the cards that are in Card Ladder. I may have not done the search correctly, but these are the highest percentage gainers I found. And it doesn't include, again, because it's on card ladder, it doesn't include like one of ones and all that kind of good stuff. Maybe there's not sales data or whatever. So these are complete eBay sales on card ladder. So take it with a grain of salt, not investment purposes and not how we're going to buy cards, but have some fun with it. Deal?
Yeah.
All right, terrific. So we've got roughly.
Is there any money in the deal? Okay,
this deal has no money.
Good.
Unless you want these cards, and then there's money involved.
No,
all
no,
right.
no.
So
I'm not paying $100.
no, why would you? So we've got 5 cards today that have grown the most, and really there's like 7 cards in here. We got an honorable mention and a couple at the top just to illustrate a point. We got rid of a lot of the Project 2020 except for a couple of the more notable ones. So all right, let's get started here. 2020 was actually kind of a difficult year to make money in cards. So there was a decent dip at the initial thing, and you're starting to see things recover here. So we started off with Bo Bichette, and this is the silver pack
Autograph.
Chrome autograph. Yeah, it's a promo card, 199. So it's the raw version of it.
Starting off at like 140 around there, like 136.
Exactly,
And
136.
then it's getting up to like 175.
It's a riser. It's in positive territory. That's what you're looking for. It is up roughly 33% on the year since it came out. Obviously, your return's a lot better if you pulled it from a pack, but we didn't pull it from a pack.
If you pulled it from a pack, that would be a pretty good pull.
That'd be a good pack, and it's a promo, so I don't even know if it was in the pack, but so be it. All right, moving on to
But it says silver
the top
pack.
So yeah, exactly. I understand. But technicalities, you got me. All right. So we'll move on. Let's just call it number 5. I have no idea.
Okay.
Who cares?
Who cares
All right.
about the numbers?
Bobby Witt Jr.
Wow,
Chrome processor factor, number to 499.
He's like a
PSA
rookie.
10.
He's a
Not
rookie.
even a rookie.
Not
He's
even a rookie,
sub-rookie.
and he's already over 150.
Well, it's numbered to 499. It's in a perfect grade, and there's been 3 sales, so
And
who
it's
knows
already
what it
getting
says.
over 200. It starts at like 160, and it gets over 203 sales.
Exactly, it rose very quickly. There's a nice
And
little
rising
uptrend
up
there.
at like 50.
So he's up nearly 50% for the year.
Rising more than Boba Fett, but I would still take Boba Fett over Bobby Witt.
Yeah, Bobby Witt could be very good, but Bo Bichette is pretty good.
He is.
There's could and is, right? All right, moving on to
Or will.
call it number 4. And
Okay,
that is Kyle Lewis.
the rookie of the Jinx.
Oh,
Rookie of the year this year. And he has some pretty good rising there. At the start, he's starting up at like 40, going up to 140. So rising $100.
yeah, people were very, very excited, and he seems to have, obviously cooled off. He seems to find a base kind of in that $60 area. So for a player you've seen on our tracker, players that have some sort of pedigree, or if it's an older player and there's a lot of questions, or if it's a younger player that's like, there's a lot of questions, but he sure looks good. It seems like that $50 area is kind of where these cards fall into. So it seems like it's a fair price, and if he can, I think his age is a little bit of a hindrance. He's a little bit older, but I think for people that are just kind of looking into his production, he's just falling into that $50 area, which is fine.
For like 27 years old, that's pretty good.
Yeah, well, exactly. But you would love to see him come up at 23 and do this, and then this would be a $150 card. All right. So, anyways, $40 came in and sitting at around $60. So you're up around 50% for the.
He got to 140, but now it's going down.
A little too much too fast here. All right, moving on. What are we calling this? Number 3.
We can call it number 4.
Okay.
No, that's 4. So
That's 4. Let's call this 3.
3.
All right, so we've got a couple here. We're going to combine these, 3A and 3B. And that is Jason Dominguez, the Chrome
He's not
prospects.
even a rookie again. And look at that.
Exactly. Well, people really like the shiny new toy. And so Chrome is pretty shiny. Yeah, so anytime there's something
Henry
new that comes
uses
along,
it as
people
a
have
toy.
to... He better not use that one as a toy.
Yeah.
So anytime there's something that new comes along, people just really want it. And then when the rubber hits the road, when they actually come up, it's actually a pretty good time to sell. But
Yeah, I think he's probably going to be one of the top prospects for
he is a top prospect, but as
okay,
far as a
then
top player, who knows?
He's going to be one of the top. I mean, he's going to be one of the good players on the Yankees.
We'll see. What is he, 17 years old? We're not going to know for like 4 years. A lot could happen. So anyway, he looks like he's about 25 and he's a linebacker.
A lot can happen.
Anyway, started out about $45, things sitting out closer to 70, and this card is up over 50% for the year. So at its first purchase up to now, obviously if you pulled it in a pack, like we did, you can see that in one of our earlier videos. We're outside, yeah, but and it didn't get it graded. But if I got it graded, yeah, it'd probably be a 9 or 10. And our return was even better. But as far as hitting the market, there it is. So call that 3B. Here's 3A. And this is where we get into some serious money.
That
here.
is the autograph,
Yeah.
and
Mega
that
box green.
is just green autographed
to
and
99.
number to 99. Not that much sales, but it's look at that.
Well, there's only 99 of them, and honestly,
that's a lot.
A lot of people don't dump their prospects right away. You wait till they get called up, and then you get rid of it.
But that's actually a lot
It's like sledding.
It's like a lot of hills.
It is a lot of hills. Now we're getting into some serious money here, though. So this one
2 hills, but a lot of
valleys.
Valleys.
Right. So it started out at $1,000. Now it's sitting around $2,500. So you're up about 175%. That is now you're starting to get into some real money here.
Yep.
Or real percentage returns. All right. Call this number 2. Number 2. All right.
Jinx.
Clean 2. Randy Ariza.
He
autograph. Raw.
I mean, he did make it to the playoffs, almost into the World Series, but
dude carried him.
Oh yeah, they did go into the World Series.
Yeah, and it was pretty much him. He was nuts at the end of the year. Now we've been over him a couple of times.
Yeah,
I don't believe what he did is repeatable, and so I would not pay this for this card.
He had Austin Meadows and those other people to bring him to the playoffs, but then Randy Arozarena helped him in the playoffs.
He did a lot. Austin Meadows and Brandon Lau. I believe they'll be really good players, William Adames, but
Arozarena led them to the World Series.
He carried it. It was amazing to see. But anyways.
He
came out and there was nothing, and then it went really nuts right around playoff time.
Around $200.
Exactly. Now it's coming off quite a bit, and
I'm going down to like 100.
Yeah, his numbers weren't super repeatable. I wouldn't pay for this, but it doesn't matter for the purpose of this game. He's up 1,000%.
That is
a good number.
That's really
That's a good number. Tesla's looking at that, being like, "Whoa, that's a good number, man. Nice job."
I mean, that's like how much money Teslas are, or more.
Well, I'm just saying, like, in percentage return. So we're looking at percent, like an absolute return. It's up $100. Well, Jason Dominguez is up, $1,500. But in percentage terms, so this goes back to our PSA 9 thing. You can spend lower amounts of money and get similar levels of return.
Yeah.
In percentage, just buy more of it. All right. Anyways, all right. Number 1. It's a combination.
We can call
because Project 2020 dominates this list, especially the early ones.
At first I thought that was just a big head, but it's actually just showing it animated.
It's multiple heads. He's going super fast or something like that.
Heads?
Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of weird, but even more weird was this thing going from nothing up to like $2,500. I remember this happening. It's like, whoa, what's going on? This was the peak of 2020. This and then
it's at like $500 now.
Yeah,
it's at $500.
So it came back. Yeah, it kind of came back to where it was here. But anyways, in percentage terms, so there was about
that's
5
or 1,400.
Right. There was like 5 or 6 Project 20 cards, like even in the top 10. So I'm like, let's just pick 2. Otherwise, we're just going to look at all the Project 2020 cards. So most of them were around 200-300% return. This one was pretty nuts, 1,400%. The Ermsey Mike Trout. So again, it's come back to a level that maybe people are comfortable buying it. I don't know. But yeah, so the Project 2020 cards, because when they came out, you didn't have to buy them graded or anything like that. You just got it raw for $20, and then there it was. Yep. So all right. And the first sales were like 30 or 50. So. And
then the last one, we can call this number 0.
We'll just call it number 1 as well. 1A, 1B. The 2020 project, exactly. Ichiro by Ben Baller.
And this that one,
again,
is just
again, you buy it for
$50.
For $50. Those were like the first sales.
And then
Monster moved to $4,500.
Why are you buying it at $4,500? That's an oopsie.
You'll have to ask these 4 people.
Oopsie.
But here's dozens of people that said, more reasonable price, maybe $1,000, $1,500 or something like that.
I mean that's a good price for it.
I don't know if that's a good price for it, but that's what the price is. I don't know if that's good or bad.
That's a good price because it stays like that, and that's like the average price. So you should buy it.
You could probably draw.
But at the start, you should buy it at the start.
That's the key with any of them. So a lot of those PSA 10s, they're up around that we looked at. And I mean, they're $200-$300 cards. It's like, yeah, if you buy them for $40, and that's why we're buying Bregman and Albies and Eloy and Kyle Tucker, because maybe those turn into the $50 cards. But when it gets to $100 and $200, then you start to see demand for the PSA 9s come up and start to compress a little. But anyways, yeah, so there it is. Number 1 card this year for 2020 cards, Ben Baller, Ichiro. It is a great card. I like a lot of those Ichiro cards. I like some of Project 2020.
A project, huh?
It's Project 2020.
I didn't see that.
It is Project 2020. So.
Doesn't look funny with everything.
No, it doesn't look funny. It's actually Ben Baller. He just blings everything out, gives everybody a grill.
What?
Yeah, I know, right? Weird.
He's making cards and he sells grills?
No, grill. It's like diamonds and stuff. He just puts diamonds around everything.
Oh.
Makes it look fancy.
Oh.
Pretty fancy.
So he does sapphire. Sapphire's basically.
He has his own. He has his own line. Chrome. Ben Baller Chrome. He put diamonds on everything.
Wow.
I know. It's pretty cool. All right, we're good. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Goodbye.